On October 13th, 2014, Jagex released the Ironman game mode in old school RuneScape. For years we've waited for the day when we could finally play Ironman as a group. Finally, Group Ironman is here. With the help of some friends, we plan on tackling the infamous collection log. The goal is simple. Gather one of each rare, clue, and boss reward RuneScape has to offer. As always, this shit'll take a long ass time, but we're always down for a grind. I'm Matt Lighty, and this is The Stockpile. Alright, so, hey guys, this is episode 4 of The Stockpile. In this episode, we'll be focusing on three main things. That is Slayer, we'll be focusing on mid-tier and, little trash quests here and there. And then mostly focusing on working towards our progress to the Black Mask, which we'll discuss down the road, which is a key component for the Slayer helmet, the hallmark of any true Slayer master. There'll be very little interjection in this episode, and even more so as we go on. Most of the foundations of descriptions for what things are in the game have been described by now. You should have a good idea of what a quest is, what a Slayer task is, what basic skills are, and everything along the way I'll describe as I encounter them. So enjoy the episode, and I'll see you at the end. So the reason that I particularly like doing tasks with Konar, the one on top of the volcano, is because even if I get like a kind of a shitty task, like Calphites here, at the end of the day, they still drop brimstone keys, and I could still have a chance of getting something cool from the brimstone key chest. So even when I got 170 Calphites, and realistically I don't really get much from it, I just get some experience, and that's all fine and well, but I still get brimstone keys, and I could still hit some of those really cool tables, like last time I got those diamonds, or I could hit something like, there are bigger drops on the brimstone table, like cool looking mystic gear, or a dragon weapons and stuff like that, so it's just like a nice little added incentive to keep using Konar. Plus, because she hyper specializes the tasks, she gives you more points, which is nice. But I like Konar; it's good. End of my Calphite task. It was I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour of just slapping Calphites. Okay, first things first. Let's do our brimstone key. God, pray for a dragon hosta. Not gonna get it. We received 296 monkfish. I don't think I could even cook monkfish, but that is a lot of food. Monkfish are what? 62, and I'm 56. Well, can't cook them yet, but when I get there, that's nice. Let's see what our next task is. Oh no, this is a catastrophe. This is literally a catastrophe. Oh, this is the one task I didn't want to get. Bronze dragons. Okay, I'll figure this out and get back to you. Metallic dragons are perfectly good task, but they only really are a perfectly good task if you have anti-fire potions. Now, the dragon fire shield prevents you from just outright being killed by dragon fire. However, there's a secondary problem, which is the dragon fire that they breathe is of a different brand altogether. So these dragons are metallic dragons, such as bronze, iron, steel, and so forth. They are much, much spookier. Without anti-fire potions, I can't range them, really, or be within, at range distance. So what I have to do is I have to actually mage them in melee range. And I don't know if I could tank their melee, because I don't have very respectable melee defenses. I'm sure my first trip will be a confusing one. Why are you hit for 20s? Why are you being hit for 20s? Oh my god. Climb vine. Let's try to climb this vine and see what happens. Okay, I'm in the overworld. Okay, after doing a little bit of research, I found the correct way to go there. So we're heading back to the central catacomb. There are the dragons. I gotta run past these. They're gonna fucking breathe on me. That's life. I should be able to nook myself in here and be okay. Yeah. Here we are. Okay, so they hurt. Haven't really been able to connect any hit at all here. I really wonder if meleeing them is actually the right course. It's a variable death trap. Alright, we're gonna try to melee them next. We'll try to melee them next, I think. This is good. I mean, I can't kill 40 of those would be, the resources trying to mage them would be astronomical. Okay, I should be able to sneak in, and there we go. Alright, let me start stabbing, and let's see how terrible this is gonna be. Oh my god, they're just so tanky. That's the problem. This is like the worst case scenario. I could just block the task. There's an option to block and skip Slayer tasks. If I block it, I'll never receive it again. Well, after skipping the Bronze Dragon task, I've received Black Demons, which are a much better task. I have to go, to the middle. I realize there's actually a shortcut here, but I forgot I'll have to unlock it first. So in the Catacombs of Kourend, there's the different entrances. If you click on map link, it shows you where it is. This is the place, but I have to first go through it from the bottom before I unlock this one. Ghosts, and then there's lesser demons, and then, of course, beyond the lesser demons are the black demons. Quick little prey melee as I run through here. And here's the vine I climb up, and this should bring me up underneath the boulder. Yeah, so okay, so this hole is now unlocked. So I now have access to this easy little hole area where I could meme around to my heart's content. Find out how safe the safe spot is. Not safe. And is safe. Right here. Not safe. Okay, we've gotten to the bottom of it. Yeah, this is our little nugget. There are many like it, but this one is mine. 1 in 50 drop rate of bronze keys, by the way, or bronze keys. D-Milo. Fucking brimstone keys. And not to mention, past that, there's also a chance to drop these ancient shards and totem pieces, which is a whole other conversation, which we'll get into as we get closer to whenever that eventually drops. They're about 1 in 200 drops, so not crazy, but, fuck, there we go. I almost missed it because I wasn't even recording, because it didn't even like flag it as something expensive. Ancient shard. It has no, I think it's because it has no actual alch value or GE value. It doesn't like show up, but if I hold Alt, I can now mark it as like God tier. But yeah, this is ancient shard. 3 of these are used to make the arc light, and the arc light is a sword. It's basically, long ago we did this quest called Demon Slayer. It's a free-to-play basic quest. Okay, so use the quest, you get the silver light. And the silver light is basically the equivalent of like a fucking steel sword. But, it's roughly the same as a rune longsword against demons. And then you upgrade it and you get the dark light. It's like approximately a dragon longsword. So we've made a little bit more progress. And then we get to the arc light. And the arc light hits like a nuclear missile. So this is the 3rd version, the biggest version. This requires 75 attack. I don't even have 75 attack. But what you do is to make it, you use, I think it's, 3 ancient shards on an arc light in the altar of the center, and it gets 1,000 charges, and you can hold up to 10,000 charges. This is the big thing. Every successful attack uses 1 charge, with the exception of special attacks. So if you use your special, that doesn't, whatever, And if all the charges use, it just goes back to dark light. The rarity of ancient shards is likely to prevent prolonged use of arc light without it running out of charges, and it is advisable to refrain from recharging arc light when it is above 9,000 because the rest is lost. And because it's a demon bane weapon, it can be used against any sort of demon stuff. Demon type monsters include a very large list. You have like black demons, abyssal sires. The big ones are like the demonic gorillas eventually. Abyssal demons. Yeah, there's a couple things, so it really won't be used very often. It's very, very cool. It's a nice thing to get, and it's the only reason I'm getting my attack to 75. So once I get my attack to 75 and I can technically wield the arc light, I'm just done training attack for a very long time. A few mediocre and mundane tasks later, I am now 55 Slayer. Means I can now use leaf-bladed weapons and Slayer staves and all the cool things from Slayer that 55 unlocks. And there's a couple things that I'll show you in 2 seconds. Also, I could start getting better tasks. Every level of Slayer I get up there is just better tasks, better things to kill, and of course there's going to come a time where my gear is just too shit to kill those things, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now 55 means I could use the leaf-bladed spear, which I purchased from the vendor. The sword I have to get as a drop. The axe is a drop, but I could make arrows if I wanted to, but you never use them. And the staff is fantastic. The Slayer staff is used as a great combat staff, and you end up using an ability called Slayer Dart, which is actually extremely viable for bossing, especially early on, doing things like Barrows, which is like a mid-tier boss that we have to grind out, and other things like that. So Slayer Dart will be one of the main ways I actually do damage to a lot of our early bossing. So getting 55 is pretty great for that. I don't have to buy a leaf-bladed spear just yet, but once I get assigned a task like Turoth's, then it's fucking on like Donkey Kong. Hellhounds in Taverley Dungeon. Okay, that's just a fucking tank and spank, no drop shit task, but that's fine. Either way, there's the leaf-bladed spear. That's what I'll be buying whenever I get that task. 31k. There's the staff, 21k. And eventually I'll do broad arrowheads and broad bolts, and this is a great way of leveling fletching, but it is burns through your cash pile. Absolutely burns through it. So let's head off to this task and we'll live life over there. Okay, Brimstone Key. 1 in 200. Dragon Hasta. Didn't get it. 32 diamonds, not bad. Another shit Slayer task. Only 1 Brimstone Key. Mostly whatever trash. 57 Slayer, 61 range, 69 HP. Stats are on the rise. I really gotta get the 62 agility just for that. God, do I need it. First thing, let's check the Brimstone chest. So far we have handed in 5 keys. This is number 6. And it is 30 rubies. Alright. We had 30 diamond, 30 rubies. Not bad. Now what is my task? I'm hoping for Turoths. Oh, so good. 160 Turoths. Alright. Now I have to go buy my Leaf Blade Spear. And I could finally do a real semi-big boy Slayer task. There it is, Turoths. I just hope I get a Leaf Bladed Sword as a drop, which is like a pretty rare drop, but well, 1 in 500, so it's I guess a 30% chance I get on this task of 160. I have my Leaf Bladed Spear, whatever melee gear I have to offer this world, and yeah, just praying for a Leaf Bladed Sword because it has higher stats than the spear, and it's a one-hand, so I can use the defender. It's better in every conceivable way. Praying for Leaf Blade Sword to drop. 1 in 500. Got 160 Turoths to kill. Well, I'm wrapping up my Turoth task. It took 4 inventories of full lobsters to complete. I went from 61 to 62.5 defense. Still not 58 Slayer, so we're going to keep on slaying until I get to 58. Then we're back on the huge quest grind, and I'll explain why eventually. But we did not get a Leaf Bladed Sword, unless this one drops it, so that was 160 kills. Didn't get Leaf Bladed Sword, did get 2 keys. So we are going to go hand that in and grab a new task. Alright, as always, let's check the chest. We have, I believe, 6 keys. This will make 8. Chest, so it's 1 in 200 for the Dragon Hasta. We're on the same page there. Coal, terrible, and more coal. Fucking god-awful. And our next assignment is Fire Giants in the Stronghold Slayer Dungeon. What is the Stronghold Slayer Dungeon? Stronghold Underground? Oh, this is, yeah, okay. Stronghold Underground. Where is this? Tunnel requires 72 Slayer. Map link. There's the Fire Giants. Oh, the Tree Gnome Stronghold. I forgot this even had a fucking Slayer Dungeon. Alright, so just next to Neve is the cave. This is the cave for the Fire Giants. Neve, of course, is the 85 Slayer Master. If we check on our Slayers, go to Masters. She's 85 Combat for her. The only one above that is Duradel at Shiloh Village, which I haven't done yet, but I'm not 100 Combat, so it's totally irrelevant. There's a cool person. Neve, of course, is wearing, as an NPC, all the coolest shit. She's got her Zamorak Spear, her Elysian Shield, her Fire Cape, very decked out. First time in the caves, actually. Kind of cool to be in here. And we have some Bloodvilles over there, some Aberrant Spectres, Ankus, Hellhounds, and of course Fire Giants. So we are heading to the Fire Giant section. Not sure if things are aggressive as we walk through. Hopefully they're not, because it kind of is weird to have aggressive monsters as we walk through. And they of course are aggressive, and I get top-ended for 11. If I had a Halberd, which I don't have, it'd be great to safe spot them right here, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to have to nut up. But they have very, very low defenses, so they're actually great for training melee. So I'm going to train my attack here. Still on the road to 75. I'll probably get mostly between 72 and 73 here. Alright, that took, I don't know how long, maybe like an hour and a half, something like that, but that is the end of my Fire Knight task. Was that like 80k experience? Yeah, I got, whatever, 5/8 the way through my attack level, but I did get my 58 Slayer, so thus ends the saga of all my Slayer tasks onto 58, and thus propels me back onto the line of questing. And that line of questing is for a very specific purpose. That purpose is a black mask. Now, I'm going to show you something I have real quick. I don't mean this episode of Hot Ones I was watching. I have this tab called Black Mask. This is what I need in order to get Black Mask. Black Mask drops off of Cave Horrors, which require 58 Slayer. That's not the hard part. That I just got. There are Cave Horrors right there. The issue is to get to the Cave Horrors, I have to get to an island called Most Less Harmless, which requires me to do the Rum Deal. The Rum Deal quest has a lot of prerequisites, not just Paul Rudd, but levels. Rum Deal is required for Cabin Fever. Oh god. So I gotta get Cabin Fever done. Before I could do that, I have to do Big Chompy Bird Hunting, Zoger Flesh Eaters, Creature of Frankenstrain. Then I have to go buy some tomatoes from Miscellanea, plant acorns until I'm 25 farming, do Garden of Tranquility. Then I have to plant some more acorns, get 30 farming, do Enlightened Journey. Then I have to somehow do something in farming to get to 40 farming, do Rum Deal, do Pirate's Treasure, do Cabin Fever, eventually granting me access to the island of Most Less Harmless. What is it called? Most Less Harmless. And then once there, I could then do the cave, which contains the Cave Horrors. And the Cave Horrors drop me the Black Mask. And the Black Mask is the piece of the puzzle. It's a long chain. Piece of the puzzle. One in, was it 500 and something? 1 in 512 drop to get a Black Mask. And a Black Mask is used to make the Slayer helmet. Now the Slayer helmet requires 55 crafting, which I don't think is very hard for me to get, because I could technically boost it, but I'll have 55 crafting, and 400 Slayer points to unlock, but that I'll get, eventually. And the Slayer helmet is the benchmark for all Slayer. It is the helmet you wear in all Slayer tasks because it provides a boost, a roughly 17% boost to all melee in Slayer. And you can actually imbue it, meaning it's like a better version, in either Soul Wars or the Nightmare Zone, to basically also do the same thing for ranged and magic, meaning whenever you do any Slayer task, you'd always use a Slayer mask. That's the goal. That's the ultimate Slayer item, is the Slayer helmet. And it is basically every single Slayer thing combined. The goggles, the gem, the spiny helmet for the cave crawlers, the nose peg for the aberrants, the face mask for the dust devils, the earmuffs for the banshees, and of course the blast masks. Long story short, it works for everything. And from then I'd have to get 500 zeal to, imbue the helmet, and then I can add cool stuff to it. What I mean by cool stuff is there's actually variants. There's a bunch of cosmetic variants you can do, and these require drops from like bosses and shit in the game. They get like cool looking versions, so like the head of a Calphite Queen or an Abyssal Demon or King Black Dragon or Alchemical Hydra, or doing these different achievements, all these cool things. So I will now embark on my adventure to unlock Cave Horrors. This will take some time, but I have a lot of quests to do, and I'll most likely do a lot of these quests with my group, and we'll try to knock them out together if we can. So I take the
fuck. Hey, sweetie.
So I fill up the bellows with swamp gas, and then I shove it in a frog's asshole. And then I pop them until they're balloons.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Drop another bloated toad. Wait for a Chompy to come. Toad is placed. Chompy has arrived.
Show me your bloated toad.
Arrow inbound. Whiffing.
What's on my lead?
Connected. Lethal. Do you think the mighty Zoger army can face the wrath of one little man with a skull staff? I don't think so. Search the stand in the northeast corner and kill Slash Bash when he spawns.
Not Slash Bash.
Are you sure we know it's Pete Slash Bash?
I don't know if it's gonna be I didn't know it was gonna be Slash Bash.
I should have said that ahead of time. Slash Bash is on the move. I'm still diseased.
No.
I'm not sure what the fuck disease means, but...
Whoa,
fuck, he's actually really big.
Damn.
It's actually huge.
Oh, he's huge!
I thought he'd be tiny. He's not tiny.
He's slashing and bashing. Oh,
wait, he's...
slash.
Hold on, can I stay spot him right here? Classic RuneScape. Classic RuneScape. Alright, so I planted my trees last night. I planted trees with farming, the farming skill. Planted acorns. The trees go in the tree plot, the herbs go in the herb plot, the allotments like corn or whatever go in the corn plot. And then you could look after them, or you could pay the retrospective farmer next to them to watch out for them, to take care of your trees. Acorns, the very basic tree, level 15 farming. You could pay them a basket of tomatoes. That's what you could pay them, a basket of tomatoes. But yeah, so then this is how you level farming. The easy way is you just plant trees. You're not going to have that many trees because it's kind of rare, I guess. But they give a huge chunk of experience. So right now I'm level 18 farming. I planted 5 trees. I'm going to plant 5 more. So let's process these. I get 467 per tree. There's level 19. I can chop this bad boy down. Level farming again. Can now grow sweet corn. Nice. Okay, next tree. This is in Taverley now. Oh, there's 21 farming. Each one's pretty much a level. And the final tree is in Dream Gnome Village. Stronghold, Village, Stronghold. 22. This takes about 4 hours to plant these trees to grow. So then we'll harvest them then and hope we get to 25. And if not, figure something out. I don't know.
Snake.
Look at that goddamn... holy shit, look at it slither.
He's so cute.
Oh my god.
Bad person.
Motherfucking day,
Look at this fucking snake.
Jesus Christ, Jay.
You're dead. You're dead, lol. Kick.
Wait, look at the eyes on that thing.
Those aren't eyes. Those are lasers. Greetings. Come to seek your guidance. Waiting for shit to grow is a fun time. I will plant my marigold. This is all part of the plan. I'm here to plant a marigold. Oh god. Harvest marigolds from the Falador allotment patches. If yours died, you'll need to grow some more. Here's the part of the quest where we cross our dicks and pray that all of the shit we just planted didn't fucking die. Oh my god! Fucking diseased again! These cabbages, man. Holy shit. Fuck my cabbages. Another 10 minutes we wait. I mean, not every single minuscule moment will be in the video format. Otherwise, there'll be 45-hour videos. But moments like these do make it. There might even just be a screenshot saying, I did Garden Tranquility. Took forever. That'll be the end of that clip. Oh! Jesus Christ! It fucking came out of nowhere! Holy shit. Fuck me. I was just eating my little tangerine. They have their own separate drop pool on top of the base drop pool of whatever the version of Superior they are. This being a Superior Blood Veld. They have a base drop of also dropping 4 Giga Rare things. Steam and Mist Battle Staff, which I think is 1 in 400 drop. And then the Eternal Gem, which is an infinitely used teleport to almost every Slayer location, which is like the God tier drop. Then also they could drop a Heart, Imbued Heart, which gives you a huge temporary magic boost. So any of those would be like, you know, insane, and eventually I'll get them all. I would love to get any of them. And nothing. So we're down to technically the last, after this is done, we're down to the last 3 steps on Operation Unlock Black Mask, which is get 40 farming, do rum deal, do cabin fever. Now I just don't know how to get 40 farming, so that's where I'm getting, you know, deep cucked. So I'm inside of a mini game called the Tithe Farm, which is one of the 5 factions of the continent I'm in. So I'm in like the Hosidius faction, which is the plant people. I'm inside their big farmland. And basically I'm planting these seeds and growing them through the various you know, levels of maturity, etc. And then when I finish, I harvest them. And then I hand them in for a chunk of experience, and I get points. The points can be spent at the farming shop for this mini game, which you can buy the farming set, which gets you more experience, or like different items like the herb sack and the seed box that can hold things like that. I'm mostly doing it for experience. I just need to get 2 more levels of farming. Then I can embark on a quest that will be the whole goal is to do this quest called Rum Deal, which I need for another quest called some other fucking thing. So the item I want is called the Black Mask, and it drops off of Cave Horrors, which you need the quests for. The Black Mask is used to give you a damage and accuracy bonus with melee when doing Slayer, which is the predominant PVM skill for everything. But the Black Mask is the key and expensive component to making the Slayer helmet, which is basically a helmet designed to conquer all Slayer tasks and have all the items built in the helmet for all the Slayer task preventions, such as the nose peg for the Aber Inspectors, the earmuffs for the Banshees, that sort of shit. And then I have to imbue the Slayer helmet so its properties don't only affect melee but also affect range and magic. So it's basically just like the best onslaught helmet for the entire game for that skill. So it just requires me to do this. It's a long-winded explanation, but long story short, the main goal is the Slayer helmet. 8.1k. Oh my god. 40 farming. There we go, baby. We can maybe get the prerequisites for Cabin Fever before the stream is over. It is going absolutely apeshit. Look at this thing. This thing is freaking the fuck out. It is at 60 times the speed of anything around it. There we go. Rum deal complete. I should get at least a farming level. 2 farming levels. Alright, so now we have to get to... So rum deal's done. Cross it off my wiki list. Alright, now we got to get the requirements for Cabin Fever. So, we have completed rum deal. 42 agility. That's what we'll tackle first. The least fun thing. Part of me wants to just, like, use all my lamps that I get from various things on agility. And not have to do this accursed skill. 40 agility. Hiya. Finished. To Canifis we go for 2 more levels. I heard this was better, but I guess it's all on one screen. I don't have to run around, you know. I've heard this course is by far the best, though. As far as ease of running it, it seems to be the preferred one by most people. What is that? What is that leap? What is that pole vault? Alright, that's like, wait, this is so much better than Varrock, though. So, unfortunately, this comes to the end of our streamed footage at the time. This was all during stream. A lot of this in the first couple weeks of Group Ironman were actually recorded on stream. That's when this came to an end, and that became true because this last piece of footage was actually lost. We lost the footage of completing Cabin Fever, which you can see on screen now, and we even lost the footage of acquiring our first Black Mask, and that is actually because of 2 things. One, because I wasn't recording, and the reason is 2, because we got our Black Mask on like kill 10 or something. It happened so fast. I was setting up everything, and we were killing cave horrors, and I got one. And then literally after about another 10 kills, Zen got one in our group. So we both got Black Masks very, very quickly. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and all the progress we made, all the Slayer progress, getting ourselves set up for the actual mid-game Slayer grind. We're going to start to make our Slayer helmet, which incorporates the Black Mask, and of course, all this questing we've been doing. It's a lot of questing, a lot of progress, a lot of mid to shit tier levels, but that's the very large bulk of the beginning of RuneScape. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next episode, which will be out very shortly, of the Stockpile.